Hello, welcome back to my art channel. I'm using this video to show how I create patterns to block in the torso. Some of the lines that I'm creating now would not actually be a part of the finished drawing. If this was going to be a so-called finish, I would clean those up. But I'm allowing that pencil to search across the paper in hopes of finding a shape, and this is a good process. You'll notice that I'm going inside on the body. I'm looking for various shapes through bony landmarks or muscle mass that give or create shape. Eventually, the structural lines that you're seeing that I'm creating will allow me to create the outside holding line or the finished line. Each artist sees things in their own way, and the important thing is for students to work hard at trying to find out how they see things. Sometimes you'll find that these shapes need to be flat to start out with and not dimensional or three-dimensional. It's always important to simplify. It always goes back to some type of simplification. What's necessary to put down and what's not. So artists are always looking for the perfect start. Not that you're looking for the perfect drawing to begin with, but just the best way to start, to search, find angles, dynamic shapes. We're really just looking for the most noticeable or important shapes that will help us build this torso. In this study of the torso, I'm at the point now where I have a decent amount of information where I'm now adding a tone over the whole drawing, and now I'm using a kneaded eraser to lift out the light patterns. So this is, I call this sculpting. It's important to think of yourself as a sculptor, really, because you're giving the illusion of dimension. So through light and shadow, we know that creates form. And through this process of light and darks, creating planes across the body. So this is where things really start to become dimensional. Now I'll begin to refine the drawing, or I should say refine the study, which is important to note that this is not a drawing, this is more of a study, where I am going in for those outside holding lines based on the work that I've done, the setup or the blocking in, erasing out light, adding some tone for shadows. Unfortunately, there's no recipes in figure drawing, but there is an intelligent way to work, and that would be looking for the larger masses, and you would refine towards the smaller shapes and eventually the very small details. And in finishing out this study, I'm just adding a few darker tones on the shadowed side, and that's going to create dimension. Thanks again for watching, and please hit subscribe to see more. Thank you.